Hey guys, how are you all? Myself Akram from Unkickable again with another video. Today I am going to talk about internet, where you can decide which internet connectivity is better for you. But before that, I'm just going to explain some of the part from where you can understand how internet works and which is the perfect internet to take. And if you choose the wrong internet service provider, then it's possible that you may get more latency in your internet connection. So starting up with data itself, data is being stored on servers, that is in data centers, and these data centers are connected with leased lines or STM lines, and these connections are being provided by internet service providers. So over here, whatever the internet connectivity you get at your homes is just shared internet connection. Instead of shared connectivity, we'll be having dedicated lines. These dedicated lines are being provided to businesses, and we also have leased lines where we'll be getting 1:1 ratio of upload and download speed, which is basically been provided to internet service providers, that is sub resellers or sub internet service providers, and even to other businesses. After 154 Mbps of connectivity, we start calling it as STM lines. So STM1 line is around 155 Mbps. So we have STM1, STM4 and many other lines. These all are just like bulk bandwidth based lines. So over here, basically data centers take STM lines. That is because they cannot take 10 or 15 Mbps or even 100 Mbps of connectivity, because their data will be higher. They will need to send out more data and they will need to receive more data. So there are so many data centers all over the world, and there are so many internet service providers all over the world, and all these internet service providers are interlinked. I'm talking about main internet service providers who will be extending their lines from substations, and till that location they will be getting connectivity from a location which is called as cable landing station. Basically, substation is a distribution place where they will distribute their cabling, and cable landing station in the sense they'll be receiving some cables from different location. So these different locations are basically submarine cables. So these submarine cables are being distributed between some companies of different locations of different countries, where these cables travel throughout oceans. And over here for India, there are certain companies which I am going to say right now. So in India, we have around 8 companies which own submarine cables. So in an arrangement, the highest number of cables goes to Tata Communications, and then Airtel, and then Reliance Jio, and then Global Cloud Exchange, and then BSNL, and then Sifi, and then Vodafone, and finally IOX, which is actually very new company. So these all are the companies who own these submarine cables which are connected to India. So basically over here we are going to talk about the usage at first, because you need to understand about your usage, and then you can go with whatever the plan or whatever the connectivity you want. If you are going to watch 4K videos, that is 4K movies or anything, and if you spend only 2 hours per day watching 4K videos on everyday basis except the weekends, that is let's take 26 days into 2 hours, plus if you take 6 hours per day on weekends, then total is going to be 64 hours. And as 4K is going to take around 7.2 GB per hour, then total is going to be around 460 GB. And if you take 40 or 50 GB of additional data, then total is going to be around 500 GB itself. Let's check out with Tata Sky broadband connectivity. So over here we have 2 type of plans, that is unlimited plan and fixed GB plan. Over here we are not going to take any plans which are actually 25 Mbps or 30 Mbps, because if we take 4K videos, then we need at least of 25 Mbps, and there is no one who are going to go with watching only 4K video or going to check out with the internet all the time. That's the reason we are going to check out with at least of 35 to 40 Mbps of connectivity, so it is going to be easy for us to watch 4K video as well as browse internet. After 25 Mbps we have 50 Mbps of connectivity with unlimited data, which is going to cost us 1000 rupees on Tata Sky broadband. According to their second connectivity plan, that is fixed GB plan, let's check out with 500 GB plans. So over here there is one 950 plan and 1000 rupees plan. 950 rupees based connectivity is 50 Mbps and 1000 rupees connectivity is 100 Mbps. However, there is one thing which we need to consider over here is it is going to give 2 Mbps of connectivity if you exceed or if you complete that FEP of that 500 GB. So next, when coming to Airtel, there is one entertainment plan which is 300 GB, which we are not going to consider. There is another plan that is a premium which is having 500 GB FUP. It is said that it is going to give 300 Mbps of speed and its monthly rental is 1499 rupees plus taxes. And it is having another plan that is VIP. Over here it is having unlimited internet. However, unlimited in the sense it is going to give 3.33 TB of data per month and it is going to give up to 1 Gbps of speed. However, its cost is around 3999 rupees, which is reasonable according to 1 Gbps of connectivity. Airtel looks bit costlier when compared to Tata. So next, let's check out with JioFiber. So over here all the speeds starts from 100 Mbps. There are multiples of speeds. One is 100, the second is 100, third is 250, fourth is 500, fifth and sixth is 1 Gbps. However, its plans are bit costlier. So it is said as data is they are going to give unlimited data, but that unlimited is not real. So over here for 699 rupees with 100 Mbps of internet speed, they are going to give only 100 GB of FUP. However, we are going to consider at least of 500 GB with at least of 35 Mbps of connectivity. So let's go to third plan, that is 500 GB of FEP with 250 Mbps of speed, which is going to cost you 1299 rupees plus taxes. And the next is 1250 GB and it is 500 Mbps of connectivity speed. It is costing 2499 rupees, or it is at least between Airtel's premium and VIP plan. However, as Airtel is having a VIP plan with unlimited data of 1 Gbps speed at 3999, I think we can consider this as much better than Jio. However, in Jio we have two more plans, that is 2500 GB and 5000 GB of FEP, where both are having 1 Gbps of connectivity and they are costing around 3999 for 2500 GB of data of 1 Gbps of plan and 8499 rupees for 1 Gbps plan with 5000 GB of data. So considering 1 Gbps connectivity, I would say Airtel is much better or much cheaper than Jio. And over here there is another internet service provider which we need to consider, as it belongs to Vodafone and Vodafone is one of the owner of submarine cables. So let's go with unlimited at first. So over here we have 60 Mbps, 40, 24 and 16. We are going to consider only two connectivities, that is 60 and 40. So over here in 60 Mbps it is going to cost around 1362 rupees including. So as it is providing unlimited, I think in lower speeds it is a better plan, and for 40 Mbps it is going to cost us 1180 rupees including taxes. So if you want to go with cheaper plans, then you can consider U broadband. So if you think that 40 or 60 Mbps is enough for you and you're not watching 4K much, or you're watching 4K in only one device, then you can go with a U broadband. Here it is giving unlimited data. It is going to be much easier for you. So if you want to have higher speed, even more than 4K, where 4K basically runs on 25 Mbps of connectivity, then you can go with Jio, because Jio is having at least of 100 Mbps of connection to 1 Gbps of connection, which is very good. But over here, according to data, I don't think that it is going to be much helpful for you if you use more than 500 GB of data. If your monthly data usage is below 500 GB, then you can basically consider JioFiber itself. So if you think that your data is high and you want to have higher speed also, and you cannot estimate your data, thinking that your data is more than 500 to 1 TB, then it is much better for you to consider Airtel's VIP plan, because in Airtel VIP plan you are going to get unlimited internet data, where it is going to be around 3333 GB, and for just 4000 rupees you are going to get 1 Gbps of connectivity. If you think that 200 GB of data is not enough for you, which is being provided by JioFiber for around 849 rupees, then it's better to consider Tata Sky. Over here in Tata Sky, as it is going to provide unlimited data of 100 Mbps at just 1100 rupees, then you can basically consider Tata Sky. So instead of all these service providers, if you want to choose any other, then they basically take it from these service providers and they are going to provide it to you. Here you are going to find that after you get connected. But over here, if I get an option to choose one connection from 4 of them, then I would go with Airtel itself. There is 1 Gbps of connectivity. Next, finally considering about routers, you can check out with any of the router, but make sure that any of them are at least gigabit routers, because over here there is possibility that you may check out with only price and you may go with 100 Mbps based routers, and if you take even 1 Gbps of connectivity or at least 200 Mbps of connectivity, then it is going to give only 100 Mbps of speed itself. Instead of that, if you take gigabit router, that is 1 Gbps router, then whatever the connection you have, either 1 Gbps or 100 Mbps, it is going to give full speed. Here I am using dual band TP-Link gigabit router, which I would like to recommend, and even if you want to buy that, then you can buy from the link in description. So however, this for today guys, thanks for watching. Please smash that like button if you like this video, and please go down below and click on red subscribe button to support my channel. Have a nice day, see you in next video, and finally, be unique to be unkickable.